live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, now, so you know these are, I was about to say one of my favorite topics. The topic itself isn't my favorite topic. It's my favorite topic to bring attention / awareness / just talk about, right?
Yeah.
Because these are the things that I like to bring up and point to when people say, oh, there's no racism, and you know, and because it's so ingrained and embedded in the fabric of this country, we need data to show you, listen, this is why. This shows you that there's a problem here.
Absolutely.
Regardless of if it's subconscious, unconscious, it's there.
It don't matter why,
it needs
how.
to be addressed.
Yeah.
And I love introducing topics like this. I don't know why, but what we're talking about is the ESPN study of the hiring of Black coaches in the Power 5.
Yeah.
And
or lack thereof.
Step, you got the numbers on that? Like,
I'm about to pull it up now.
What are we seeing as far as, like, right now? How many Black coaches? Let's see. How many Black coaches are currently hold head coaching jobs?
It is. Oh, I wish I had. I'm sorry, I didn't pull it up before we started. We were talking, and I didn't even think about it. Because this is it's on my. You know what? You probably got it where I sent it to you. Because you know, you be on your computer. I'm on my phone, so.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of 65 Power 5, out of 65 Power 5 schools, Black coaches hold these positions. 5 of them are offensive coordinators, 6 are co-offensive coordinators, 7 defensive coordinators, and 8 are co-defensive coordinators.
No head coaches?
There has to be some head coaches, but I don't know why they didn't name them. Yeah, because
either way, it's bad.
David Shaw is a head coach. So, okay. On 13. There are 13 coaches of the 130 the 130 FBS schools. I think if we were to narrow it down to Power 5, that number goes a lot. You know, his number's going to shrink. It's going to get a little shorter.
Yeah.
And so that number is unfortunate. Out of 130, what percentage is that? That's, well, let's do the math. 10%. And the reason why we got to do the math, oh yeah, I guess that is 10%. I could have done that in my head. What am I doing? 13 out of 130, 10%.
Oh God.
For those people who say, well, you know, Black people only make up 13% of the population.
But they don't make up 13% of the people who play sport.
Exactly. That, and that's not even 13% of the jobs. And so it's frustrating, you know. While I say this is probably one of my favorite topics to talk about, it's frustrating to talk about because the more and more you think about it, the more and more you talk about it, it's like, you know, let me use I had a analogy that I wanted to use to express my frustration, but I don't know that it's appropriate. Yeah, it's not bad. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining.
That's right.
You know, and it's one of those things where, oh, racism doesn't exist, it's over, you know, we're in the new times, and it's just not evidence to support that. And these are the things that let you see, like, no. There's a good old boy system, and these coaches, understandably, they hire the people that they know, and the people that they know and feel comfortable with are other white people.
It's systemic.
You know, and it's going to keep, like there are a lot of coaches, there are a lot of Black coaches who deserve an opportunity and earn the opportunity, but won't get one because of a handshake deal that happens behind the scenes.
Ooh. Wow.
It's not fair, you know,
at all.
It's unfortunate. And the part that sucks so much about this is that, you know, our young Black kids are deciding to go to these schools, which is continuing to perpetuate this. And it's not their fault. I'm not saying I'm not placing blame, but I was just going to pivot to say this is the reason why there was such a big push for some of the bigger players to go to Black colleges.
Right.
You know, and I get it. The amenities aren't there, you know.
That's not even as true as it used to be.
It's not, because if you look at, you know,
Jackson State or some of these other schools,
Tennessee State.
No, they've stepped up their game because they know they need to in order to be able to compete with some of these Power 5 schools.
Well, when you get the attention of, you know, or when you have someone who gives you the attention like a Deion Sanders, or I can't think of the basketball player who plays in the NBA, but he's from Tennessee State. When you get guys like that who go and they shine a light back on the school, and even for us, like Antoine Bethea or Ron Bartell, who are able to shine light back on the school and, you know, help to get that funding that's going to help to bring in that type of talent,
right?
You know, but well, I don't want to use Savannah State, but yeah, Savannah, like a Savannah State, you know, like they do have Shannon Sharp, but they're not getting the same light shown on them, you know. No. A Miles College, a Lamar, you know, and it's frustrating to think about. And I'll be very transparent. I remember when I first was coming out, I wanted to go to a big school. I didn't. It's not that I had any like disdain for Black colleges, but I was under that same idea, like, oh, I'm going to get these amenities here, and
I'll be on TV. The possibility of being on TV, all that stuff, like the glitz and glam that they can provide. That's what makes the difference. I found the article, by the way.
Okay. So
this is from 81 to 2001 to 2021.
Okay.
Although Black hires have increased since 2000, there have been years, most recently 2015, in which no Black coaches or ADs were hired. Mm-hmm. Only 3 Black head coaches were hired between 81 and 93. Okay. 2 were at the same school. Since Arizona State's hire of Charles Harris in 85, only 19 other programs have hired Black athletic directors. Between 85 and 2014, there were only 2 years featuring multiple Black AD hires. These are just facts. Mm-hmm. Just over half of Power 5 programs have never hired a Black head coach, including none of the past 4 to win national titles. So Alabama, LSU, Clemson, and Ohio State.
Have never had a Black head coach?
Never. More than 69% of Power 5 programs have never been led by a Black AD, including 9 in the Big 10 and 11 in the SEC. Big 12, I'm sorry. Of the 65 power programs, 24, that's 36.9%, have never hired a Black coach.
Yeah.
Only 4 programs, Northwestern, Stanford, Vanderbilt, and Colorado, have hired back-to-back Black head coaches. Numbers don't lie.
They don't.
You can talk all you want. Numbers do not lie.
Yeah.
And so this is pretty sad.
It's pretty alarming.
Pretty sad. Big 10, Big 12, ACC, not much as much. Well, ACC, SEC, yeah. None. Let's see. So Stanford has had the most. No, Vanderbilt has had the most. They've had 5. Okay. Stanford has had 4. Arizona State has had 4. Michigan State has had 4. Okay. And you got Virginia has had 3. Colorado's had 3. Northwestern's had 3. Maryland has had 3.
Oh yeah, they got one now.
And then you start with, let's see, UCLA has had 2, Florida State has had 2, Syracuse has had 2, Louisville has had 2, Washington has had 2, Michigan has had 2, USC has had 2, and then you got a bunch of 1s. So that's Penn State has had 1, Wake Forest, Georgia, says Georgia has had 1.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm looking at this like, am I reading it right?
Right.
Maybe it's either a head coach or an athletic director.
Okay.
Oklahoma, because I know they ain't had no black head coach. No. First of all, Vince Dooley was there from the birth of Georgia. And after him, was what?
Lane
Mark
Kiffin
Richt?
for a day? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Mark Richt.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah. And then Kirby. So no.
Yeah.
No. And I know before Vince Dooley, if it was one, it wasn't black. He wasn't black. Well, for sure. Because like I said, Vince Dooley was there from the start of the school, I believe. Yeah, but no, it's a whole long list of, it's just as many with zeros behind as people with a number. How about that?
That's wild. I said I like talking about this topic, but
yeah, do you really? But no, this was necessary. I feel like calling these programs out, because it makes no sense that especially some of these schools like South Carolina, and why have you never had a black coach?
Now, the school in particular that you named, we know why.
Well, Alabama, we clear on that one.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
we're real clear about that one now. Alabama, Lord have mercy, it might be mutiny.
Yeah, it very well may be.
It might be mutiny if they did that, like for real.
I want to look at the Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
Okay.
Because I don't believe
Ole Miss has never had one.
Of course not.
But Mississippi State, let's see. They've had one. Either an AD or a head coach.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay.
At least the one. They tried.
Well, Ole Miss, I was, Yeah. Nah. But I just remember, I remember that scene in Forrest Gump where the young lady had to be escorted by the National Guard onto campus. Yeah. And as an adult, not as a child, because I saw that when I was like maybe 12, 13. As an adult. And I could truly believe that they'll probably never have a black head coach.
It's sad to say, but I don't believe they will.
Yeah.
Now I'm surprised that a school like Miami haven't won. We know Randy Shannon, but
yeah, Randy Shannon,
yeah. Storm was there when Randy Shannon was there. I'm surprised at that though.
I'm surprised at that too. I would have believed that they would have had more, especially with the type of players that they recruit.
Exactly. The culture of the University of Miami is a little different than some of these other big schools.
Exactly.
And it just shocks me that it's only been one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little different, but okay. Well, some of these schools, I don't find it shocking at all not to see any But yeah, I think that would be probably my one. I'm like, what? No, never. Just the ones?
Never.
Like, really? Okay.
Never ever?
Right. Just weird, but yeah.
Yeah, let's move on for this one because it's frustrating.
Yes, that's fine.
The more and more I think about it, the more we talk about it, it just gets more and more frustrating.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
It's like, what moves are we going to make to put our foot down about something like this? And I know
Is there a move to make?
So there is, and we've spoken about it before, but it's unfair to put that type of pressure on these kids.
Oh, to have the kids make it. Yeah, that's not, no. It has to be something that the people that it doesn't affect your education or your opportunity to go play professional football.
Right.
It's got to be somebody else other than that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not fair to them. I mean,
nobody else holds the leverage though. Because if there was truly another option, we probably would have seen it already.
Yeah.
The only leverage are the kids who go to these schools.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who are on the field winning the championships. And as long as they're doing that, there is no reason to change.
No, that's what I said. It's like, how do you, you can't take the, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If a school, like we'll use Jackson State because Dion is there.
Right.
Can burst through
mm-hmm.
and truly get into the conversation about national conversation,
mm-hmm.
that may be what it takes.
Yeah.
Then other kids will say, if I go to this, then other coaches will have the leverage to say, but if you come here as a 5-star recruit and and you and some other 5-star recruits and 4-star and 3 stars come here, then we then also get the possibility and the leverage to be in that national conversation. And then you start switching. That's
right. But that right there is my point, right? Because we've seen
somebody got to do it first, Jarrett. They're not gonna just believe it off of GP.
Well, they were already doing it because some of those 3 to 5-star recruits who Coach Prime has already flipped. They're already at Jackson State,
right?
So as they continue to trickle in, if they do see that success, then that'll be the catalyst.
That's it. But it's gonna take that for more of them to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gonna take. Jackson State is going to have to be the one to break through. I'm sorry, Gio, I'm putting the pressure all on your shoulders.
On you. It's on your shoulders, sir.
You got the mantle though. You can handle it.
I'm about to say
he can handle it. He can handle it. I ain't worried about that. He prime. He can handle it. So it's on him to get them into the national conversation. And that will flip and change things to where some of these kids will stop just looking at these Power 5 schools as their way out.
Yeah.
That's what this boils down to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm going to try to reach out to one of my guys who we played together at Howard. He is a coach now, and he's coached everywhere. One of the last places, well, he's been a couple of places since then, but one of the last places I remember him being was, I want to say it was the University of Lafayette. University of Louisiana Lafayette. Mm-hmm. But he had become a head coach. What do you call it when they give you the tag where the interim head coach? Oh, yeah. And he and I are friends on LinkedIn. I'm going to reach out to him to see if he wouldn't mind like coming on and talking about like his journey and his struggles, So hopefully,
as a black head coach in NCAA football. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but let's go on to this Alabama story with these quarterbacks who come out of Alabama, because what we're going to see is that there are going to be 3. Actually, in the last 3 starting quarterbacks. Yep. The last 3 starting quarterbacks from the University of Alabama are going to be starting week 1 for their respective NFL teams. And that's Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. And Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. And so what question that brought with it is this one of those quarterback U's? Is this a quarterback university?
Okay.
And we thought about making this Who's Really Right, but I think that we kind of convinced each other based off of the context. Well, no, I would say we convinced each other based off of the context, because my thing was, well, they aren't really successful once they get to the NFL. And so are we overvaluing these quarterbacks from Alabama? Mm-hmm. But your take was, well, they're getting there. And so
ultimately, and that's all the school is promising you is the opportunity to get there. And they are producing them. They are getting you there. What you do when you get there, brother, is all
that's
on
all
you.
on you. Yeah. And so I think we kind of met in the middle here. And so it was kind of hard to, because honestly, that's the take. Because we asking, is it the quarterback school? We're not asking about what's done on the next level, because maybe some of them don't even go to the next level, but
that's right.
They enjoy some success at that level in college. And so, you know, I still say I would like to see one of them be successful in order to say, okay, like
just one of y'all.
Yeah, just one of y'all, you know, because of what it looks like is you guys are producing all of this talent, these great offensive linemen, these great running backs, these great receivers, and you have a very average quarterback who's able to look tremendous, and it shows on the next level.
Yes. You're in a good system.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to. You're in a good system. And it's built for you to look good, basically.
Right.
Because then because I mean, really thinking back on it, who has had success? Doggone, we got AJ McCarron and he done got hurt. So
Greg McElroy.
He probably had the most though, right? And that's sad to say.
Actually, Tua's probably had the most out of all of them.
Well, that's really sad to say.
That's really sad to say, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's wow. Well, we're gonna see. Listen, Bill Belichick is the Nick Saban of pro football.
Yeah.
So he might be able to stick this kid in and make him look like something.
Yeah.
And let me just say this. My hope is Jalen Hurts shows out.
I hope Jalen Hurts shows out as well.
That's what I hope.
But I feel like he is in an unwinnable situation.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to go back because now I feel like an idiot, right? Because given the older quarterbacks who've come through Alabama.
Well, you going back then.
Well, no, we got to go with Joe Namath, right?
Yeah, but that's so back. Like, I mean, yeah. I guess you know what? We could put it in the Saban era.
So in the Saban era, yeah.
Because you saying Joe, now I mean, that ain't fair because, my gosh.
It's
Bear
not.
Bryant was his coach.
It's not, but then you look at Ken Stabler. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, I know I'm saying the older quarterbacks, and this one's gonna throw your mind. You're gonna be like, Jarrett, shut up.
Okay.
Bart Starr.
Bye. They were still wearing leather helmets. Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
But no, I really just found a way to kind of like, okay.
They've had some quarterbacks.
They've had some quarterbacks with some success, yes.
But it's been
who's had success at the other level.
Yeah, it's just been centuries.
It's been a long time.
It's been at least a half a century. So like that don't count. But under Saban, I guess it's in my head. Alabama only exists under Saban in my head, right?
Yeah. I don't even know who the coach was before Saban.
I have no idea. I know Bear Bryant, I know him. I don't know nobody else. Like who was it? I don't have a clue. That's bad.
I have not a clue.
No clue.
Lord.
And I know he ain't been there that long because I remember when he was other places. So
he was with the Dolphins. He won
LSU,
he won a national title with LSU in 2004.
Yes, I remember that. What happened?
He left the Dolphins in 2006. I have no idea.
That is so bad.
And I'm not even gonna waste our time searching it right now.
You can keep going, but I need to know. This is bad. That means they sucked.
Yeah. Man.
They had to have sucked. Like, they got coaches back to 1892 on here, Jesus.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Fix it, Jesus.
Jesus. No, but for real, who was the coach?
Look, I can tell you one thing.
What?
He wasn't black.
We do know that. Bill Curry was the coach there.
Oh, wow, really? Did not know that.
In that time, they've had 12 coaches.
Wait, didn't Bill?
Yep.
Bill Curry. Bill Curry came and took over. He started the program at Georgia State.
You know, he was the coach at Georgia Tech.
Did not know that.
Gene Stallings.
Okay, I remember Gene Stallings.
Mike Dubose, Dennis Francione, Mike Shula.
Well, would you look at that?
Right.
No.
Mike Shula, and then somebody named Joe Kynes was before Saban.
Bill Curry is from College Park, Georgia. Did not know
before
that.
College Park became, before it became College Park. It was. I believe it was not College Park. It was College Park.
It was College Park.
It was College Park back then. Now it's College Park. So
look, I'm saying it. I'm saying that to you like he was down there hanging with 2 Chainz.
He's from College Park. No, boo. Trust me.
Oh, man.
No, but that's pretty cool right there, though. Yeah. So yeah. See, again, we want to know. I don't know who that is. Who's that? I have no. Who is Joe Kynes? I don't know who that is. I know Mike Shula.
Oh, Mike Shula. Okay, didn't even think about him. Okay.
So yeah, they've had some people. Yep. Yeah. So Mike Shula and Bill Curry, Gene Stallings, those are people I know their names, other than Bear Bryant, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. All right, Alabama. We off of y'all now. I had to.
Bye.
Sorry.
Nah, I understand.
Yeah.
Let's get to the story about Bryson DeChambeau.
Listen, this is some crazy mess right here. Listen.
So you begged a great question. Like, has this backfired?
Oh, big time.
To give you guys a little bit of the backstory, Bryson DeChambeau,
golfer, PGA golfer, yes, champion, in fact.
Right.
Yeah. On
the PGA Tour, is being harassed and heckled on tour after a Twitter war with Brooks Koepka. This has resulted in poor play, including a huge breakdown in play during what has been deemed as the best playoff in recent PGA history. Golf has always been a little different as far as their interaction with fans and fan behavior. But as the game is changing, as social media and is, obviously becoming more prevalent, and as the need to expand the fan base has come, they're encouraging these players to be more active on social media. And so to go back to the question, has it backfired?
Yeah. Big time. Yeah. Big time. Because this is how you know golf is not like other sports. They have like a flimsy rope that keeps fans from a flimsy rope is all that keeps fans from the players.
Being on the players, yeah. Imagine an NFL game where all it was a rope.
Somebody would be hurt. That's all I can say. Somebody would be hurt.
Like, because even every once in a while, and I believe it happened. It happened during the Super Bowl because it was a prop bet. A fan ran out onto the field during the Super Bowl. So if all it was a little piece of string holding the fans back, we have a whole field.
Right. For sure. I mean, you took some effort because you had to climb over, crawl down, get down. If you're a fan at a football game or a basketball game, you got to, even though they can sit right there, you earn your way on the field. It's an invisible wall there, right? Like, it's different. But this, I was like, oh, okay. Like, he literally, so poor Bryson. So he gets into this Twitter war with Brooks. And so fans are standing around saying, Brooksy. And
wait, they're supposed to be quiet during the
right?
Ooh.
So now this is this is why it's backfiring.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't actually have any rules in place that they had to be quiet. It was just from the era
unwritten rules.
That golf, exactly, the era that golf was invented, they just all just did it. They were just quiet, right? But no, now you got rowdy going on.
Lord.
And they out here heckling people. And he was so angry that he almost got into a fight with a fan.
Oh, wow. Okay, we don't want to do that.
Because the fan said something to him. And he almost got into a fight with a fan. Like, he had to walk away before he punched the dude, for real. That's what he said. So, and for the PGA to have encouraged, like I said, I think that, like you said, they're trying to increase their fan base. And so they want this younger generation, they want to introduce golf to them. Where you get to them, social media. So encouraging things like for them to talk smack to each other is what they thought. Oh, it'll just be some good fun.
There'll be some
and
friendly
it turned
banter.
into something else. And now we got a whole problem.
Yeah, Lord.
It's real interesting. I was like, so absolutely this has backfired on the PGA. Don't know how you really back in at this point either.
I don't think there is a way to.
So now these players got to go all in and just talk junk to each other and be all rude and now you're setting them up for reality TV kind of stuff, basically creating drama.
Lord.
Yes.
It's gonna turn golf into wrestling.
Right. It's just silly. Like, what? I can't even go to a golf game and see something in peace. Like, really? So it's interesting. Yeah. All right.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.